This is the day. We arrived at the Wrocław train station. The journey starts right now, and this is the time when we understand what a trip to Wrocław costs. Literally 24 hours in Wrocław. How much money do you need? And I mean, what's better to spend a day in Krakow, Wrocław or Warsaw? Literally for everyone, the price is different. So let's count a little bit. How much money do you need when you want to travel to Wrocław? Of course, the very first thing is your accommodations. What you need here is just to understand that around 100 would be your average price, but it's really relies on what is the day, what is the season. So we may say, for true, your one night stay in Wrocław would cost you 100. If you're thinking about all those beautiful dishes which you can taste here in Wrocław, you may think about starting from $5 per dish. It's really varies where you're going, whether you're going to Bar Mleczny, which is local food, the less expensive food ever that you can buy in Poland, but that authenticity and taste is just mesmerizing. If you think about other types of dishes, those would be starting from $10 per person, and this is also an average price. If you're going to a good restaurant, your prices would start from $50 per person, I would say sometimes with drinks. And literally, if you're thinking about your prices for public transportation, it's really hard to tell because you can literally walk by foot from the train station to the city center in literally 20 minutes, which is around 1 kilometer, and you don't have even time to get out from that city center if you are staying just for a night. And I mean, literally, if you're staying just for a night, you don't have to even use public transportation or a taxi. And this is just one of those cities which you truly can explore by foot. I can tell you, you need literally a week here just trying to keep up with that pace and see all those places from the Wrocław itinerary. If you think about riding a bike in Wrocław, this is just actually a free thing if you are riding by less than 20 minutes per each ride, and this is one of those most beautiful experiences which you can find in Wrocław. So eventually let's do the final math together. And if you had different experience, maybe you found something cheaper somewhere, please say so in the comments. If you think that this is too expensive or this is too cheap, also write these in the comments, and especially which best places to eat you've seen, because literally I've seen dozens of them. It's really impossible to eat that much, and I've found that this is really beautiful part of Wrocław. And let's start from the cost for accommodations. I would say that an average for a person, this would be for a night around 400 zloty, which is around $100. And let's say that you are splitting these costs with someone, so we have 200. And let's count other expenses. We will not count your ticket costs because literally you can fly to Wrocław from every single corner on earth. This is true, but we do not count this here. And let's say that you would use a taxi here and there for short-term rides, or you would use a public transportation with the taxi. I would say that this would be around, let it be like 100. So we would save things in the end if those costs would not be used. Let's count beer or cocktails. So a beer costs in Wrocław starting or around 10 zloty. And if you are thinking about some cocktails, this would be starting from 20 zloty. It really depends where you are drinking it. So let's say this is a vacation time and you don't think about beers, you think about cocktails. This would be 3 per person per day. This would be 60 zloty. It doesn't have to be those straight numbers, things could vary. So here we are. Let's say that you'll be eating out 3 times per day and not in the restaurant. So you would have just regular dishes, and let's say that this would cost you kind of like minimum or on average 50 zloty per each meal. We will not count even coffee here, but let it be 150. So here we are with our 410 zloty, and let's say that you would love to buy something as a gift even in the first day of your staying, and that would be like again around, let's say $30. So we would add 150 zloty, and here we are with our 660. I would say that this is literally that price, which could be lower, could be higher, but if we would think about all of those basic expenses, that'll be it. If you think about some shopping, of course this would add. If you're thinking about good and expensive restaurants, you would add around such number as well. So we have here like around $150, and those costs are different for each and every one. But if you compare these prices with lots of European countries, that would be really, really cheap. And if you want to know why people want to live in Wrocław, why they are relocating or thinking about relocation to Wrocław, join me in this video.